Hello, my dear children. Children, in the class today, we are going to study two very important vectors. One of them is unit vector, and another one is position vector. So let's begin the day with unit vectors. Unit vectors, as obvious from the name itself, are those vectors which have unit magnitude. That is, magnitude is 1, and their direction is well defined. So unit vectors are those vectors which have unit magnitude and well defined directions. These vectors can be drawn along every vector. If this is a vector, we can cut out unit length from this particular vector, and this becomes what? Unit vector along A. So unit vector can be drawn along every vector. If this happens to be a vector, say B vector, if we cut out a unit length from this is unit length along B vector, this unit length vector along B vector is going to be unit vector along this vector. So unit vectors can be drawn along every vector. They represent the direction of a vector quantity. We have already studied that V vector is written as V magnitude, that is V modulus, and its direction V cap. So what is V cap? Direction of vector V. Force vector. Force vector is written as modulus of F, that is magnitude of force, and its direction F cap. So these vectors represent the direction of a vector quantity. We have already studied this. These vectors, when multiplied with a magnitude, give direction to that particular magnitude. Suppose we have a unit vector x cap, and this x cap unit vector of course has unit magnitude, and its direction is what? Its direction is due east. Say due east. So x cap is unit vector due east. Now when this x cap is multiplied with any magnitude, that magnitude gets the direction of this unit vector, which is due east. Suppose we have a distance of 5 meter. So this 5 meter distance is what? It has no direction. But the moment we multiply it with x cap, now it becomes what? A displacement vector. The value of displacement is 5 meter and direction is what? Due east. If we have, say, a force of 100 Newton, and if you multiply this force of 100 Newton with what? X cap. Remember, this x cap is a unit vector whose direction is due east. So when x cap is multiplied with this 100, so 100 multiplied with 1 remains 100. But what happens to this 100 now? This 100 now acquires the direction that is due east, which is the direction of this unit vector. So any magnitude when multiplied with unit vector gets the direction of unit vector. We have a velocity of say 30 meter per second. If we multiply this velocity with what? X cap, it becomes a velocity vector. This is 30 meter per second. It has no direction, but the moment it is multiplied with x cap, this becomes a velocity vector. This becomes a velocity whose direction is due east. So unit vectors, when multiplied with any value, it imparts direction to that particular value. And unit vectors are represented mathematically. They are found mathematically by the relation which is written here. So unit vector is nothing but full-fledged vector divided by its magnitude. This is the formula of unit vector. And how do we get this formula? We know we write vector V as what? V modulus into V cap. So what is V cap? V cap is going to be V vector upon V modulus. Likewise F cap. What is that F cap? F cap is vector upon its magnitude. So when we divide a vector with its magnitude, what do we get? A vector of unit magnitude and well-defined direction, which is called unit vector. Unit vectors can be infinite in number. Well, how many directions are there in space? infinite, or space is infinite dimensional. So there can be infinite unit vectors in infinite possible directions in the space. But if we take space as infinite dimensional, well, it would be very difficult to work out our mathematics. It would be very difficult to represent a space vector. So what has been done? What has been done? There are three standard directions in the space, which are what? X-axis, Y-axis and Z-axis. And along these three standard directions, there are taken as three unit vectors. One is I cap along positive x-axis, the other one is j cap along positive y-axis, and the third one is k cap along positive z-axis. If this happens to be the x-axis, this edge of the room, this edge of the room happens to be y-axis, and this edge of the room happens to be z-axis, then along these axes I, j and k are the unit vectors. I cap, j cap and k cap are the unit vectors along positive x-axis, positive y-axis and positive z-axis. If we write minus I cap, it becomes unit vector along negative x-axis. If you put negative sign along these unit vectors, their direction is just reverse. So these three unit vectors I, j, k are also called as orthogonal unit vectors as they are perpendicular to each other, and these three unit vectors are along positive x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. So these are three directions in the space. Yeah, x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. And if we cut out unit length from this positive x-axis, yeah, this becomes I cap. If we cut out unit length from this positive y-axis, it is j cap. And if we cut out unit length from this z-axis, it is what? K cap. Position vectors. Position vectors, as obvious from the name, are those vectors which express the position of a point in space. Suppose this is xy plane, this is positive x-axis, this is positive y-axis and this is origin. If we have a point P1 here over x-axis and its distance from origin is what? A, then the position coordinate of this point is going to be A and 0. If we make an arrow joining this point, from origin, what is this arrow? This arrow is a position vector of this particular point P1. What is its magnitude? We know we write a vector as what? Magnitude and its direction. The combination of magnitude and direction makes up the vector. So what is V1 vector? V1 vector has magnitude how much? A. And what is its direction? Its direction is positive x-axis. So what is direction along positive x-axis? I cap. This is I cap. So A I cap is the position vector of this point P1. Likewise, if you have a point P2 here along y-axis and its distance happens to be what? Its distance happens to be B from origin, then position coordinate of this point is going to be 0, B, and the line joining this particular point, the vector which is made joining this particular point is position vector of this point. And what is this position vector? This position vector can be written as what? Its magnitude, the length of this line is what? B, and its direction is what? J cap. So this is position vector of point P2 which is along y-axis. If the point is neither along x-axis nor along y-axis, it is somewhere in between. Say like this. If the point is neither along x-axis nor along y-axis, say the point is here. This is point P. If we drop downward from here over x-axis, we get A. If we drop downward from here over y-axis, we get what? This length which is B. So what are the position coordinates of the point P? They are what? A, B. And if you make an arrow joining this point, we get position vector of this particular point. So what is this position vector? This position vector V, this position vector V is going to be what? This position vector V consists of length A along x-axis and it contains length B along y-axis. So this position vector can be written as length A, it constitutes along positive x-axis and it contains length B along positive y-axis. So what are these A and B? These A and B are the intercepts over axis. We have already studied these intercepts are also the component of vector. So this is V vector, these are two of its components, V1 and V2. So this V vector is A I cap plus B j cap. This is position vector of the point P here in the plane. Now what is length of this vector? Can we find out? The length of this vector is going to be what? The length of this vector is going to be, you can find out, see, length of this vector is going to be, this length is going to be A, you know already, this length is B. So what is the length of this vector? Length of this vector is the length of this hypotenuse. This is a right angle triangle. What is this hypotenuse? This hypotenuse is going to be, square root of sum of squares of base and perpendicular. Base is what? A square, perpendicular is what? B square. So this is position vector of point P and its magnitude is what? Square root of sum of the squares of the coefficient of I and j. What is position vector along this particular direction? What is unit vector along this particular direction? Unit vector along this particular direction is going to be what? V cap, and this V cap is going to be V vector upon its modulus. So what is V vector? This V vector is what? A I cap plus B j cap divided by V modulus, which is what? A square plus B square square root. So this is vector in a plane. These are vector along axis. This is vector in a plane. To write the position vector of a point in a plane. This is the position vector of a point in plane. This is its magnitude, and we can find out the unit vector along this position vector as this. The same thing can be done for 3D space. If we have a space vector, that is, the vector is not in a plane, if it is in space, then what is its position vector, what is its magnitude, and what is unit vector along it? That is I am going to work out. So this happens to be your y-axis, this happens to be your x-axis, and this happens to be your z-axis. And your point is somewhere in the space like this. And this point has position coordinates, say A, B and C. So position coordinates A, B and C, they represent what? They represent the intercept along x-axis. A is the intercept along x-axis, B is the intercept along y-axis, and C is the intercept along z-axis. So what is position vector of this point in space? Position vector of this point in space is going to be V vector like this, and this V vector is going to be written exactly in the same way as we have done here for 2D vectors. So this V vector is going to be A, this is the intercept along positive x-axis or simply x-axis, I cap. B is the intercept along y-axis, we have multiplied with j cap, and C the intercept along z-axis, we write it as ck cap. What is its magnitude? Like for vector in the plane, the magnitude is what? Square root of sum of the squares of the coefficient of I and j. Likewise here also, the magnitude of this vector in space is going to be square root of sum of the squares of the coefficient of I, j and k also this time. What is unit vector along this space vector? Unit vector along this space vector is going to be V vector upon V modulus. That means what? A I cap plus B j cap plus C k cap upon V modulus. And what is that? A square plus B square plus C square square root. So this is unit vector along space vector. So with this we come to our discussion about position vector. We will continue discussing this now with the help of various examples in the next lecture. So with this much discussion, we come to the end of today's class. Thank you very much and God bless you all.